The Catholic Secretariat of Nigeria has urged the federal government to intensify efforts towards the immediate and safe release of the yet-to-be-free Dapchi student, Leah Sharibu. Ms. Sharibu was one of the 110 students abducted by the Boko Haram terror group from their school in Dapchi on February 19. Other abducted students were later released, with 5 of them murdered by the group, while 15-year-old Ms. Sharibu was reportedly denied freedom on the grounds of her refusal to renounce her Christian faith. In a statement by the Secretary-General of the CSN, Ralph Madu, on Wednesday, March 28, the Church described the continued detention of Ms. Sharibu as an evidence of the high level of persecution against Christians around the world and especially in Nigeria, Premium Times reports. As recently stated by Bishop Matthew Hussein Kuka of Sokoto, as it is with the history of our faith, these are no easy times to be a Christian anywhere in the world, especially here in Nigeria. There is staggering but also verifiable evidence that Christians are today the most persecuted set of people anywhere in the world. Today, Christians are still faced with the challenges of proclaiming their gospel in an environment that remains quite hostile to the Christian message. Paul said to Timothy, "We must preach the gospel, welcome or unwelcome, to them." 4:2. The 15-year-old Leah has indeed become a symbol of the sufferings, persecutions, challenges and intimidation Christians face daily in Nigeria for expressing their faith, especially in public. We use this medium to appeal to the federal government to go the extra miles in renegotiating the unconditional release of Leah without further delay. We must remember that this is a secular country and the government has the responsibility of ensuring the safety of every Nigerian irrespective of religious, political and ethnic differences, the CJN said in its statement. The Christian Association also described the actions of Ms. Sharibu as a remarkable demonstration of courage and commended her parents for raising a child truly loyal to her faith. Leah must be commended for her heroism and courageous act exhibited before her abductors. At no time is the beauty and essence of Christianity better manifested than in this exemplary life of faith. For refusing to succumb to the intimidation of Boko Haram abductors, Leah has followed the example of Jesus, the Messiah and Savior, whose passion, death and resurrection we celebrate this period of Easter. We equally thank the parents of Leah for bringing up their daughter in a truly Christian way with love and fear of God over the fear of man, and commend their fortitude in bearing the present predicament of their daughter. This exemplary family life should be a lesson worthy of emulation by all Nigerian families and communities irrespective of religious affinity. The CSN urged Nigerians regardless of religious affiliations to follow the example of Ms. Sharibu by demonstrating true faith in their religion as well as the fear of God, above the fear of man. We previously reported that UFNAFIR, the Pan-Yoruba socio-political organization, as well as the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, asked the federal government to act fast and ensure the release of Leah Sharibu and others still held captive by Boko Haram. UFNAFIR also urged the United Nations to investigate alleged incessant attacks by herdsmen across the country. UFNAFIR reportedly issued this in a communiqué at the end of its monthly meeting held at the residence of its leader, Reuben Faisarandi in Akure, Ondo State.